last one. Namely, some love that drew him off from home. It was the copy of our conference. At bed he slept, not for my urging it. At board he fed, not for my urging it. Alone it was the subject of my theme. In company I often spoke it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
The venom glamours of a jealous woman. Poisons more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. The consequence then is thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him but mildly. Why bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She does betray me to my own reproof. Good people, enter and lay hold on him.
No, not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring him forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands till I brought him to his wits again.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, treat his sickness, for it is my office, and none shall have attorney of it but myself, and therefore let me have my husband home with me.
For I will not let him stir until I use the approved means I have to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore depart, and leave him here with me.
I will not hence, and leave my husband here, and ill it doth beseem your holiness to keep the husband from the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity.
Come, go, I will fall prostrate at his feet, never rise until my tears and prayers have won the Duke to come in person and take perforce my husband from the abyss!
By this I think the dial point set high. Anon I'm sure the Duke himself in person comes his way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution, behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Our cause?
To see a reverend Syracusan merchant, who put unluckily into this bay, against the laws and statutes of this town, beheaded publicly for his offense. See where they come. We will witness his death.
Kneel before the Duke, before he pass the abbey!
Yet once again proclaim it publicly. Any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we tender him.
Justice, most gracious Duke, justice against the abbess!
Why, she is a virtuous and a reverend lady. It cannot be that she has done me harm.
Most gracious Duke, if it please you, my husband, Antipholus, whom I made lord of me and all I have, this ill day a most outrageous fit of madness took him. Once did I get him bound and sent him home. Anon, I wot not by what strong escape he broke from those that had the guard of him, and with his mad servant and himself fled here to this abbey, where the abbess shut the gates on us, and will not suffer us to bring him forth, or let us in that we may bear him hence. So, most gracious Duke, at thy command, please take my husband from the abbess.
Go, some of you, knock at the abbey gate and bid the lady abbess come to me. I will determine this before I stir.
It is my husband! Witness you that he is borne about invisible, for even now we house him here. And he is there. Hast thought of human reason?
Justice, most gracious Duke. Oh, grant me justice. Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She whom thou gavest to me to be my wife, that hath abused it and dishonored me, even in the strength and height of injury.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Romeo.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my lord. God doth know that he, myself, and my sister did dine together today. If this is false, he burdens me with all.
Ne'er may I look on day, nor sleep on night, but my sister tells your highness, this will true.
My liege, I am advising what I say. This woman shut me out this day. Dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, and left me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him. In the street I met him, and in his company that gentleman. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I, this day, of him received the chain, which God he knows I saw not, for the which he did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He with none returned. Then, fairly I bespoke the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way, we met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them, they brought one Pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, dead-looking man. This pernicious slave, forsooth, took him on as a conjurer, and gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse, cries out I was possessed! Then, all together, they fell upon me, bound me, bore me thence, and in a dark and dankish vaulted home, there left me and my man, both bound together, till, gnawing with my teeth my bonds in sunder, I gained my freedom and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth thus far, I witness with him that he dined not at home, but was locked up.
And had he such a chain of thee, or no?
He had, my lord, and when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine heard you confess you had the chain of him, after you forswore it at the mart. Thereupon I drew my sword upon you. You then fled to this abbey here, from whence I think you have come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor ever didst thou draw thy sword on me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven.
Why, what an intricate impeach is this. I think you all have drunk at Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not plead so coldly. You say he dined at home. The goldsmith here denies that saying. Sirrah, what say you?
He dined with her there at the Porpentine.
Oh,
He did, and from my finger snatched that ring.
tis true, my liege. This ring I had of her.
Sawest thou him enter at the abbey here?
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go call the abbess hither. I think you are all confused or stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life, and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusan, what thou wilt.
Not your name, sir, called Antipholus, and is not that your bondman, Romeo?
We
within this hour I was his bondman, sir, but he, I thank him, gnawed into my cords. And now am I Romeo and his man unbound.
I am sure you, both of you, remember me.
Ourselves we do remember by you, sir, for lately we were bound as you are now. You are not Pinch's patient, are you, sir?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last, but tell me, yes? Dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Romeo, knowest thou? I am sure thou dost.
I, sir, I am sure I do not. And now, whatsoever a man does deny, you are now bound to believe him.
Not know my voice. Oh, time's extremity. Hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years, that here my only son knows not thy feeble key of untuned care? Tell me, thou art my son and Titulus?
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since, Syracuse boy, thou know'st me parted. Perhaps, my son, thou failest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke, and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I ne'er saw Syracusa in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusan, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw Syracusa. I see thy age and dangers make thee dote.
Most mighty Duke, behold a man much wrong.
I see 2 husbands, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genie to the other. Not the